I mean, I guess that's true about the taco wiener. Japanese people do love their rice. Let me see. Taco san wiener. Okay. So rank 9 to 10. Okay, so that should be fine. Time I see the picture in the frame. I lost the paper I was supposed to return to school. What should I do? The teacher will yell at me. So yeah, I'll help you look for it, and any answer's fine. Thank you, big bro. The papers Dojima is always going on wait. The papers Dojima is always going through are here. A paper titled Parent Survey regarding scheduling and parent-teacher interviews was hidden among them. The word anytime has been written in the day requested box. Is this the paper Nanako was looking for? There's something else hidden in the papers. It seems to be a photo. You decide to show it to Nanako. You handed the paper and photo to Nanako. Nanako looks at the paper on the table. It says anytime I'll try on it. So he can come anytime? I see it. And this is a photo? Oh, this is Mom. This little baby in the middle, that's me. Dad's smiling. Why did Dad stop smiling? He's lonely too. Or because you're lonely. Both are fine. Dad's lonely. I see, so that's it. After Mom died. Oh.
I was lonely, but I'm not the only one who's sad that Mom's not here anymore. Dad, he was lonely too. I'm sorry, Dad.
Looks more mature somehow. You feel that your relationship is going deeper. Picture in the frame.
Thank you, big bro.
Don't Dad ever smile like this again. Someday. You remembered that you're supposed to practice with your friends.
Once more from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What is that weird funk music? You know, for only practicing for one single day, that's pretty good.
That wasn't me, I think. That wasn't me either. I mean, I can't get any sound at all out of this.
A hip and young audience yearns for the element of surprise in music as well. A bizarre sound suddenly rings out, an overturning of the
Yikes. I mean, really, I had to give credit where credit is due. Like, only one day of practicing, everybody somehow can play, like, instruments. I mean, even Chia was doing okay on the trumpet because you could hear it.
That means Teddy did it, doesn't it?
Huh? That reaction overturned my expectations.
The fuck you doing? I mean, we're able to play these instruments not being plugged into amplifiers, so that's pretty cool.
We've been at this since morning.
Good idea. My fingers are all stiff.
Nice follow-up.
Your fingers don't
John.
really get stiff. They start to hurt because you're forming calluses on them. Maybe he's not really doing lots of sliding and stuff, but yeah. It wasn't so much that they got stiff, they just really start to hurt. I remember my days of barely starting guitar.
Are we really going to manage this? I'm starting to get the feeling
This
it's
May will
impossible
mark
no
the
matter what we
20th
do.
year since I started playing it. And I only really got good at it like 12 years ago. Good,
Just not enough time.
quote unquote. Everyone is silent. It ain't over till it's over.
Sensei, I want to play in a band. If it's over, then it's over for Yosuke too. That means it's over for me. And I can't bear to face that.
Quiet
I don't
you.
want to know that you're only doing this because you're selfish, but you've got a point. If we give up, it all ends there.
That's right.
Who's back there?
Everything would have been for
Mozart,
nothing if we give up
Beethoven. I
now.
think that's Bach, and I don't know who that first dude is.
Real brawl doesn't begin until you got your back to a wall.
We're not talking about a brawl here.
Kind of the same thing.
I'll do it too. It's not just about Yosuke now. I'll simply feel angry at myself if I give up.
Don't worry, Yosuke-senpai. I agreed to do this, so I'll do it. I didn't say anything pathetic like, I'll do what I can. I'm going to get a huge crowd, no matter what. And they will go home satisfied. Please, I just need your help to do it.
Wow.
Can we, like,
That's how a pro
hurry this
delivers a
along?
team-boosting speech.
Well then, should we resume our practice?
My fingers hurt like hell,
All
but I
right,
guess.
Let's do this.
I do want to go and buy a bass soon.
Did it! I did it! So this isn't broken after all.
She just starts playing Careless Whisper.
Okay, let's try putting your music together and I'll sing along.
What is this, a talent show? No. There was another idol that was supposed to come to Juness, and she canceled because, or the police canceled, or the police couldn't get the event ready in time because Naoto went missing. So Yosuke thinks that his dad's gonna get fired because he wasn't able to have the big thingy. I can't blame her. Reads are weird.
Whoa, wait a sec.
Yeah, I don't know anything about woodwind stuff, so. Jeremy plays flute, and he also played clarinet, so whenever he didn't have a reed, it sounded like shit.
Can't we get a little more practice before we try doing that stuff?
My cousin played clarinet as well. Jeremy liked all those woodwind instruments. He liked, like, oboe and clarinet, and he still plays his flute.
Playing for the real Reset. I mean, I'm all for that.
Don't think of it like
More of
that.
a strings person.
I'm seeing how hard
Personally.
you're trying, and I don't want to just sit and watch you practice without me anymore. Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, only a couple of hours?
Behind a door, deep inside your heart again. You
Oh.
You wanna come out going round and round.
I mean, I'm good, at bass, so that's all that matters.
Didn't that sound pretty good?
Wow, I can't believe it only took a couple of hours.
Actual music!
Everybody here is like just has insane musical talent, and nobody like bothered to find out.
Yeah, it felt good.
You just don't get that good at an instrument unless you have natural talent. You kind of got to make an overbite thing. And give me one sec. Gotta answer the phone. Hello?
Hey bud, you want something to eat?
From where?
Well, I'm driving towards Waka.
It seems there's hope
Oh,
after
okay.
all.
Yeah, let me just call it in. Okay then. Okay, bye. Alright, sorry about that. Whenever you like fucking... What's that word I'm looking for? Whenever you alt-tab out of the game, sometimes it gets all wonky. But yeah, I was calling in some walk-in world. It took them forever to answer the phone. But that's nice. I haven't had walk-in world in a while. A long time.
The band has practiced hard.
Okay, now back to reading that message. You kind of got to make an overbite thing and put your lips forward over your bottom lip and blow downwards. Do trumpets also need reeds? You don't like blow directly into like the O-shaped mouthpiece at the end?
All they have to do is discard whatever remaining fear holds them back, and a lifetime of public adoration awaits.
Hell no.
We've already been on a TV show. A midnight one.
I was discarding my clothes more than I was discarding my fear.
For me, it was like discarding my public image anyway.
Oh, didn't mean to bring that up.
Come on, everyone. Let's cheer up, okay?
And you have a bunch of stuff lined up, but you're still only playing the tambourine.
Haven't you heard the phrase, a clever bear conceals his claws?
Start playing those bongos right now.
I'm gonna play a special little bear performance of my own and charm all the girls.
That saying's about a hawk, not a bear. And don't even think about it. We don't have the skills to ad-lib. Do you understand me? We're doing this exactly like we practiced. Got it?
Go.
What?
If you don't, then I'll make sure you pay for all the topsicles you've eaten during breaks at work.
Just like we practiced. Got it?
No, they have a mouthpiece. You
Let's
tighten
take
your
it from the
lips
top. One
and
more
buzz
time.
your lips.
Keep up that energy that
Interesting.
we had before.
Yeah, playing like brass and woodwind seems like a pain. It literally can be, right? Like, don't your lips get busted and junk? Like, dudes who play like their blowy instruments like can rip their lips and junk. People who have really like
You're back.
sensitive skin can like cut their fingers on their guitar strings too. It was never that bad for me. Won't become closer yet. Today's the big day.
Crap, the crowd's a lot bigger than I expected.
Don't say stuff like that! You're making me even more nervous!
Are costumes okay? I mean, they're just our normal school uniforms. Even worse are the winter ones.
What else could we have done? It's not like we have any costumes. The clothes we've been wearing all summer won't work as costumes, and since we'll be changing wardrobes tomorrow, it works out.
Oh, crap. I can't stop my legs from shaking.
You'll be
You'll
alright.
be hitting the skins more than a bare-knuckle boxer.
You shut your stupid bear trap. I don't need to hear this.
You've been on TV before.
Come on.
Naruto-kun?
Get into it.
Aren't you used to this? You haven't said a word, though.
The last time I played for a crowd was a piano recital when I was young. Doing an interview on TV is much easier. Even if I make a mistake, I'm the only one who gets embarrassed by it.
You're saying doing interviews is easy? That's crazy, too. Oh, I can't take this much longer. Don't you get nervous, too?
I'm screaming on the inside.
Wait, you are?
Sensei's face is like a waterfall.
What are we supposed to do?
It's very scary leading up to it, but once you get in the groove, it's not that bad. Your cheeks will get tired from tightening your lips. You can accidentally cut your lips if you hit
Did
your
someone
mouth on the bottom piece.
Everyone, can you gather around for a second?
Yeah, that sounds rough. There was a rumor that because Ronnie James Dio played trumpet, that's why his lungs were so powerful and why he could hit those notes, but I don't think there's any correlating data to suggest that's actually true. But it would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, got it.
Holy
Your hearts are all
diver.
racing, right? So is mine. But that's the power behind a live performance. Don't think about doing everything exactly right. The crowd's here to have fun, so we need to have fun first.
Rise-chan.
When I say who's ready, you say we are, okay?
Anybody got any
Be
Neosporin?
thankful for your fans, your friends, and yourself.
The more you
This is a
play, the more your lung
full-blown,
capacity will go up, just
one-time
like if you're
performance.
running.
Now, who's
Interesting,
ready?
interesting.
We are!
In between real and dream.
Fired up and ready to go.
Now listen up. We're sticking to
Boom,
how
boom,
we
da, da, boom,
practiced,
boom,
okay?
boom, 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 boom. Hey, who taught you how to play Black Sabbath songs?
Right, let's do this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Here goes.
Yeah!
I don't know that one, senpai. Reset in the Go Home band. Go Home.
You got yourself behind the
Oh god, this is cringe.
heart again. You wanna hide, you wanna come out going round and round. Thinking
It'd be one thing if I liked this kind of music, but seeing as how I don't. I like how he doesn't have a microphone next to him, but you could hear him perfectly. She's not even playing her thing anymore. Did we get like security for this event? Like this girl has like major stalkers and shit. That's something you gotta worry about. Your performance was exceptional. You know, you got it together in 3 days. I mean, you could realistically. But like, if none of these guys never played those instruments before, it's stretching it a little bit. But you know, it is a video game. I get it.
They're asking for an encore.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Just say no.
We know one song. What do we do now?
Dum, 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 dum.
There are only two things we can do. Ignore them and leave, or play the same song over again.
Maybe we can have Rise explain our situation and they'll go easy on us and let us replay that song.
No, do whatever you want. Hey, who's walking
I
away?
saw that guy before.
I'm getting fired up!
No, don't use your self-destruct attack.
Hey, Teddy?
Ha! Yeah! Crowd surf! This is the best part of being a live performer!
Now that shit would be scary. You have to trust that people aren't gonna like
Stupid
drop you and
Teddy.
shit.
We can't play without him.
Well, he's only a little bit of the
Hey,
percussion.
why don't we all dive into the crowd? They might just carry us out of here and we can escape this awkward situation.
Stage dive?
Hey, don't sound so excited!
Actually,
late.
if all 7 of us jump in, there'd be trouble.
He's like a beach ball or something.
Then what are we gonna do? Do we have any other way out?
If you want to do it that much, then just the guys do it.
All right. I'll show you what it means to be a man.
Hey, wait, you idiot!
No. Hey, at least my character's cool.
They just dodged out of the way.
Oh, dude, that would suck if his strat broke. That shit's expensive.
Didn't know it was possible to stand on your own face.
I'm cool. I landed in a cool pose. At least so you tell yourself. My fucking knees are shattered.
Welcome back.
I am shattered. Are you doing more of your acting? No, you bitch. I broke a hip. Man, what do I do tonight? I guess I can work on that model finally. Oh, for F's sake, what do you want? It's from Kanji. Do you like movies? There's this new movie called Dachiko's Story. And I'm just a sucker for movies about dogs. If you're gonna see it, would you let me know so I could come too? Maybe. Don't get your hopes up. How cruel. Didn't I get that peach suit or whatever? Oh. But it's like not raining tonight. Nice shoes. Nice package. I guess I'll get the night shoes combo. No need rock and roll. No need rock and roll. So let me go save and see what happens if I watch the Midnight Channel. If nothing happens, then I'll reload and work on that model. Nothing appears on TV. Oh yeah, it's not raining. Duh. Next time it rains, I guess I have to look at that, huh? You realize it's too early to put the glue on. It's raining tomorrow, so I'll check it tomorrow. Today, yeah. Morning, Norio-kun. Man, that was exhausting yesterday. It was my first time being up on stage like that. We used to have to do stuff like that all the time when she was working, right? I'd never be able to live like that. And this week we got midterms. Oh, hey, we should have a study session with everybody else after school. We're all in the same boat, right? Let's help each other out. Help each other? That's right, help each other. Okay, so what if I'm more on the being helped side than the helping others side? Come on, help those of us who are academically challenged. I'll invite everyone, please. Fine. You're lucky you know I spoil you. Now, please take a look at the second page of the handout. It's about Napoleon. Napoleon went on many military campaigns and needed something very specific. Napoleon had these made. Norio, what would you stand up, please? What did Napoleon have invented? I don't know. World history was like a specialized topic. Like, you didn't have to study it. Like, you studied a little bit of it, but... You know the basic stuff, like he lost at Waterloo. Not Social Link. But like everything else. Glass jars? Interesting. You give the answer you think is correct. Oh, you knew well. That's right. He made people invent glass jars. Napoleon had a contest with lots of reward money to whoever could come up with a way to preserve food on long campaigns. Nicolas Appel submitted his method for canning food in 1804, paving the way for the food preservation industry. It's a common misconception, but Napoleon was not involved with the actual invention of metal cans. The first canned foods were kept in glass jars. Tin or iron cans were invented in 1810 as an alternative to heavier jars. An actual can opener, however, wouldn't be invented for another 45 years. Before the invention of the can opener, soldiers would use bayonets to cut open cans or smash them with rocks. So, midterms start at the end of this week. Don't forget to review. Junes Food Court.
Oh, hi Nanako-chan. Hi Teddy.
Hey, greetings to you.
Greetings to you.
Looks like you're having fun.
I am.
Wow, everyone's here. So many people.
I'm not alone anymore.
Why did everyone come here?
Exam study group. Times like these, I'm jealous of Teddy. It seems like a dream that we had a live concert here only yesterday.
That was so much fun. I didn't think the crowd would get that excited. But enough of that. Let's start with proving the trigonometric identities.
Jumping straight into math?
Ours is the section on trig functions, right? The one where we find the area of a triangle given two sides and...
Huh? You find the area of a triangle with... You know, that thing. Base by height by 2.
What?
If you don't mind, shall I teach you?
I think I did horribly in geometry. I did better in trigonometry because trigonometry has algebra in it. But I don't remember any of this shit.
Are you as smart as I thought? Could you, lend me a hand too?
Oh, I wouldn't know where to begin with second year's subjects.
Oh.
What's up with that? Useless after all.
Don't call me useless.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to touch a nerve
I
there.
think I figured out what buttons to push to get Naoto-kun riled up. You're pretty cute when you're angry.
What are you talking about?
That's it. I quit. This just ain't my thing. To hell with the exams. It's time for my animal crackers.
Ooh, can I have some too? I want to find the penguin.
No.
Hands off the penguin. It's mine.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All you need to know.
Forget it. I can't think.
Teddy says he doesn't know who he is.
If you
That's
solve
so
for C,
weird.
you get the, what is it? The, if you set that shit to 0 and solve it, that's how you get the quadratic formula. We had to
My
do
life
that
on
once.
This side is really fun.
Figuring out the quadratic formula plus A squared plus B squared plus C squared.
But
It was
the more I
pretty,
feel
pretty
that
crazy.
way, the more I want to know who I really am. I've surfed the net, read manga, watched TV.
I have no interest.
I even went to a place called the library, but I still can't find anything about me.
Dude,
I like
I'd
the
be
library as
surprised if
well.
you did.
Still, I'm starting to get an idea.
An idea? Whoa. Isn't this your first time sharing
I'm
a theory
also
about
here to
yourself?
talk about the end of Nyx.
I lived in that other world. That world was my reality. But now, I have a feeling that it was born from the minds of people on this side. And over in that place, filled with shadows, I think I was some sort of special being.
A special being?
I don't remember anything from back then, though. Maybe it's that amnesia thing I read about in a book the other day.
A giant brain is just a giant nerd. Where would a giant nerd go? The library.
It's true. There are some aspects of the other world that make it seem as though it's rooted in human thoughts.
Oh, Dewey. Little did you know that your decimal system would help me to consume your knowledge.
Still,
whatever the fuck he
there's no
says.
point in applying the principles
Dewey,
of
you
logic
fool.
and deduction to a place like that. But the fact that you existed in such a world from the beginning adds credibility to your theory. There is little doubt that you are a special being on the other side. If you yourself know nothing about it, perhaps it's true that part of your memory is missing.
Excuse me.
Tell me, what is the earliest memory you can call to mind?
It's from a while ago. I've always lived there as far as I could tell. Then it started to get noisy, so when I happened to bump into Sensei and Yosuke, I asked them to do something about it.
I see. If you've always been on that side, you'd have no sense of time or days.
I guess not.
Ooh, that's right! Nanako-chan's completely clueless about all this. I'm sorry, Nanako-chan. We didn't mean to leave you out.
Hey, I think Teddy must be a king. I read in a story that a king was all alone inside a forest because of a bad guy's curse. Isn't that what happened to you, Teddy?
A king? Well, when you put it that way, it sounds about right.
He's King Frost.
Teddy? A king? I can see him wearing a cape!
Sheesh, Yukiko. You go into laughing fits in front of anyone now.
Can we not talk about Teddy being a king?
Huh? What's with that face?
Teddy really was a king. There were all these other kings, too, and we all...
Hey, he's talking about what happened at the club. Quiet, you, not in front of Nanako-chan.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Am I really a king?
Probably not.
Then what am I? A prince?
Teddy's lost in thought.
I have this fuzzy feeling that I'll find out sooner or later with your help, Sensei.
Are you the coming of the end? As foretold in the prophecy. Glad I found you, as I was the one destined to bring about the apocalypse, as usual. Mortal blow.
Bro, Teddy, is melon soda okay?
You're a child predator, that's what you are. Oh yeah, that's a fair point. He is that. Forgot about that detail. I had fun at Jeunesse. Yeah, I bet you did. So So Max. You feel your relationship with Nanako isn't ready to advance yet. Yeah! Wednesday night.
Yo!
Norio-kun, morning. You know, lately whenever we're over there, I've been wondering, does it feel like you've seen those shadows before? I mean, we fought robots and stuff that look like they're right out of some anime, right? Doesn't that bother you? Not interested, now that you mention it. Remember how our other selves had those logos like a TV show? Maybe it was like that for the same reason as to why the shadows look like something from the TV. Did you watch that Pottermore Prosody vid I sent you? Yeah, I did. Where everything's made out of shit? Yeah. People who watch the Midnight Channel believe it's a TV show. We treat that world as something inside the TV. So maybe that's why. Or is it simply because all of us have had our brains soaked in television since we were kids? I guess I can't really deny that. I can't help watching Hong Kong action movies whenever they're on TV. Boy. It's so tiring coming up with stuff for the exams. All I want to do is go home and see how my stocks are doing. By the way, Halloween's at the end of this month. I'm sure you've forgotten, what with tests and festivals and all. Speaking of Halloween, the first jack-o'-lanterns weren't made of pumpkins. Satonaka-san, I'll pick you, since you don't seem to care about veggies. Now, choose Morimoto-kun. Do you know what vegetables were used to make the first jack-o'-lanterns? It was turnips, wasn't it? That's correct, the first ones were made out of turnips or beets. When that tradition was carried into the US, they started using pumpkins because they were plentiful and easier to carve. While we're on the subject, I'm hoping that my stocks will turnip. No, fine, puns aren't my style anyway. I think you want turn up. Jokes aside, that game looks pretty neat. I don't know if I'd play it, but it looks cool. I don't know, man. Had Twitter not existed and people have known that J.K. Rowling was a bigot, they wouldn't care, but because she's made such a big fuss about her being a bigoted piece of trash, people do care. It's really sucks because before J.K. Rowling outed herself as a TERF, she made this world that meant a lot to me, and this game is a Harry Potter game I've wanted for a very long time, and it sucks that, like, it's become this thing. Eris played it, lol. Like, I don't know. I also don't, like, I don't believe that if I were to buy it and play it that I hate trans people. So, ultimately, like, my friends wouldn't care. My genderqueer friends wouldn't care if I bought and played it. And I only care about my gender. Oh, I only care about, like, you know, like, my genderqueer friends. It's, like, fucked up to say that, right? But, like, I'm one dude. Like, what can you do? I could choose to not play it and be sad, or play it and not be sad. And at the end of the day, it's my life. We're only here one time. And do I care what other people think about me for choosing to make my life enriched? No. I just think it sucks that, yeah, like, so much about this. Remember what I said about boycotts? It's true. Like, they ultimately don't mean anything. Because there's always going to be somebody who wants to buy it. But you're something, anyone's conferable rare item. Alright, so what did you want? I was kind of waxing poetic. I believe a humanoid figure that might appear in a game could be concealing it. A humanoid figure in a game. What is it that you wanted? You're not really helping me out, Sofue-san. Sofue-sensei. But it's like, you know, like... Requested, bring her a sample of colurium. So I have to go to the video game world, huh? I heard that the game itself is very inclusive. Yeah. I don't know about, like, the only thing I know is, like, there's a trans character in it. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not, like, it's because, like, James Stephanie Sterling, released a video talking about it, and it was, like, it just annoyed me because, you know, you're not a trans ally if you choose to buy the game. But ultimately, I don't really care about what James Stephanie Sterling thinks of me or what she thinks of anybody else, for that matter. She was willing to buy Bayonetta before she found out that the voice actress was a bad person. She was willing not to boycott Bayonetta because Bayonetta brought her joy. So she's a hypocrite. I can't count on you as an ally. Well, like, then don't. I don't know you. You're a stranger. Lately, nothing seems to be going right, and I've been trying to think of the cause. Feng shui, that's gotta be it, right? I think that maybe I need better feng shui. I've been anxious and complaining and all. That's how I usually am. Although, is that their position? Yeah. That's their position, that if you can't find the willpower to not buy the game, then you're not a trans ally, because you're basically validating J.K. Rowling's anti-trans values by giving her money. But you only live once, man. I can still use my voting power to vote for politicians that'll help out trans people. Like, there are still things you can still do to be an ally, but I don't really, you know, I'm not going to get into that whole thing. They can think what they want, but at the end of the day, it's like, they're just as big a hypocrite as everybody else. I was asking around, and some of the students said that you're good at finding random things for people. I'm looking for a crystal ball. Don't you think you could find it for me? It's a place near the front door of my house. Wait, if I place it near the front door of my house, I'm sure all my problems will be solved. Crystal ball, huh? You'd find in a hideout being held by a statue of some sort. Okay, well, I'll look that up for you. Whoa, check out this old dude. I've never seen you before. Hey, mama. Morimoto-kun, isn't it? I remember your name since you're a transfer student. Wow, Dumbledore's my principal? Would you mind talking with me for a moment? Young people often say they dislike the countryside, but if you ask me, I'd say that they just don't have any hobbies. Am I pro-animal cruelty for buying a Burger King salad? I mean, if you start to pick apart everything that we do, buy, and consume, then nobody is an ally of anything. Just because it's more convenient to fucking buy things, and buying them cheap is a nature of capitalism, because if you're poor, you have to buy cheaply made shit. Like, you can't afford to buy stuff that's made fairly because it's more expensive. Like, it's fucked up to say out loud, but that's what it is, you know. Young people often say they dislike the countryside, but if you ask me, I'd say that they just don't have any hobbies. If they had hobbies, then they wouldn't be bored even here in the country. I've been here ever since I was very small, but I've never been bored. That's because I have a collection. What sort of collection, you ask? Tanks. Collecting tank-related items, I just can't get enough of them. Gun barrels, caterpillar tread. After becoming principal here, I've been able to devote my time and money to expanding my collection, but training shell, that is the one thing I've been unable to acquire. Ain't nobody want to pay $300 for shoes. I mean, that's the real truth. If I were to get a hold of it, I would be willing to give you reward money. Giving reward money can't buy. Really? You can find one for me? I can't wait to be. So Dumbledore wants something from those tank enemies, I'm guessing. I'd go where there are tanks. A tank would probably be in a base, so I got 2 monster quests from the secret hideout. Anybody else? But I think today's going to be a shorter stream. I know it's Valentine's Day and we should all spend it together, but I want to eat my food. But I'm going to go eat my delicious Chinese food and see what's on YouTube. And if I feel like streaming more, I will consult my moderator and everybody else on Discord like I did yesterday, and we'll see what happens. But let me do this and sign off, shall I? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. If this was your first time seeing me, hello, I'm Duke of Haze. I do mostly single-player story-driven experiences like Persona here. I've done Persona 3. We're going to do Persona 5 afterwards. Please consider liking, disliking, commenting, subscribing to me on YouTube. Follow me here on Twitch. We're at 79 followers here on Twitch. That's pretty sweet. I'd like to get that up to 100 as soon as possible. I'm at 61 subs on YouTube. Would be nice to get that to 70, even more. So, see ya, Habibi. Thanks, Age, for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.